right, let's go over the triads. So you're going to draw your line down that inequality. We're subtracting 7, so we are going to do the opposite and add 7 to both sides. Negative 7 plus 7 gives us 0, so those cancel just like we want them to. That leaves us with 6y. Bring down your inequality. 5 plus 7 is 12. We are multiplying by 6, so we need to do the opposite. We're going to divide by 6 on both sides. Those cancel out, and we have y is greater than 2. We did not have to flip our inequality because 6 was a positive, so when we divided by a positive 6, it did not change the direction of our inequality. So we are going to put 2 on, and it's going to be an open circle at 2. I apologize. There we go. And it is telling us it's greater than 2, so it's every number that is larger than 2. For our next example, we are going to draw that line down the inequality. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. It just helps us stay balanced. We have a positive 4 here, so we have to do the opposite. The opposite of positive 4 is to subtract 4, or negative 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. That cancels out just like we want. And we bring down what we didn't use. Negative 3d is greater than or equal to 15. We are multiplying by negative 3, so the opposite is to divide by negative 3. We divided by a negative on both sides, so my inequality is going to flip. So it's going to go the opposite direction. Negative 3 divided by negative 3, that cancels. And we have d is less than or equal to negative 5. So now I'm going to graph it. I have a closed circle at negative 5, and it's less than or equal to negative 5, so it's everything below negative 5. So I'm going to the left with my arrow. Last one, we are going to draw that line down that inequality. We are adding 8, so the opposite is to subtract 8 from both sides. 8 minus 8 is 0, those cancel, and I have w over negative 4 is greater than 1. I'm dividing by negative 4, so the opposite is to multiply by negative 4 on both sides. I multiplied by a negative on both sides, so that means that I need to switch the direction of my inequality. And now my inequality is going to be a less than sign. Negative 4 and negative times w divided by negative 4, those cancel. And I have w. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. And so I'm going to graph that. I have a open circle at negative 4, and it's less than negative 4, so it's everything to the left on the number line. And that's my graph. So on Big Ideas, you'll need to type in your answers, which I'm going to box in. And then I believe it's also going to ask you to graph them.